Today we'll be showing you the step-by-step process to create your own coiled planter using clay. Here's what you'll need: a banding wheel and a wooden board. And if you don't have these, you can simply use a piece of cardboard to help you move or rotate your piece. A damp towel to keep your clay soft, which you can place in a bowl or bucket. Some clay, and here I'm using white earthenware clay. Some clay tools, including a brush, a sponge, and cutting and scoring tools. Slip that is made from the same clay body that you're using. And finally, some water. Start by first cutting a piece of clay using a wire cutter. Don't forget to wrap your extra clay in the damp towel to avoid it drying out. This piece will be used to make the base of your pot using the pinching technique. To do that, start by patting down your clay to create a smooth ball. Use your fingers to smooth down any lines or cracks. Next, press your thumb into the middle of the clay ball, stopping about 2/3 of the way. Keep in mind that you don't want your base to be too thin. Then go ahead to pinch the sides to create the wall. You want to have an even thickness throughout the piece, so continue smoothing down any cracks or lines or lumps as you go. Once that's ready, let's go ahead and prepare the coils. To do that, take another piece of clay and roll it out on your table. Make sure that you roll the clay using the entire length of your palm instead of using small movements to avoid flattening it. It's best to continuously spread your hands out while you're rolling the clay, and that way you can also avoid having a lumpy coil. Your coils should be approximately the width of your finger. Go ahead and cover it with a damp towel while you prepare the rest of your coils. It's a good idea to prepare as many coils as you can to make the next steps easier for you. Once your coils are ready, you can begin to attach them to the base to build up your piece. To do that, take a coil and place it on top of the pinch pot you prepared earlier to measure its circumference. Cut the excess and blend the clay at the joint to make it seamless. To attach the coil to the pinch pot, first core it using a pin tool or a scoring tool to create a rough texture on each side. Remember to score both pieces. Then apply some slip using a brush or your finger to one of the two sides only, since that will be sandwiched in between the two pieces. Place the coil on the pinch pot and press down gently to seal it and make sure that there are no gaps. You can continue following the same steps to create a simple coiled pot. Use a wooden tool to blend your clay from the inside. This makes the piece stronger and ensures that your planter is completely sealed from the inside. There's more you can do with the coils than just using them to create horizontal layers. Here are a few examples. You can create spirals, S-shapes, hearts, lines, or even zigzags or dots. You can apply some slip as you shape your coils, since slip can act as glue when working with clay. Make sure to smooth down any cracks or line that might appear as you're shaping your coils. You can then use these shapes to build up the wall of your piece. Just make sure to score and slip first. When placing pieces next to each other, don't forget to score and slip the sides as well, as that also acts as a joint. Of course, you can also create and attach your shapes according to your own designs, so feel free to experiment with different approaches according to your own artistic taste. Once you've built your layer, you can attach a simple coil on top to make it easier to build the next layer. To fill the gaps, you can attach some teardrop-shaped pieces of clay in between the pieces. Keep in mind to apply some slip first. Once you're done with the layer, remember to blend the inside using your wooden tool. Follow the same steps to create your design and build as many layers as you need for your planter. When you're done building your layers, attach a final piece of coil to make the rim of the pot. Again, don't forget to blend in the inside because you want it to be completely sealed and avoid any water leaking out. To clean up your piece, use a wet brush to blend out any excess slip in between the coils and a wet sponge to smooth down any lines or cracks. Just keep in mind that you don't want your piece to get too wet while doing this. And there we have our coiled planter. Keep in mind that this is not functional until properly fired and glazed.